Hello and welcome to this tutorial on, let's close out of OBS, how to use the Dolphin emulator. So this is a very, I'm not going to say like intense, I'm going to sort of say confusing, that's the word. But you just got to follow along, I'll go slowly, you all will be able to catch up. So we're just gonna head over to my website. I'll leave the link in the description. It's called houseofemulation.weebly.com. Now, there's me, Zach. But so if you're not on full screen, you'll just click these three bars. But if you are, it should show up. So what you want to do? We want to just go right here and we want to click on emulators. Now if you don't already have WinRAR, you are going to need it for this project, so just go ahead and double click that file and it should download. Wants to download multiple files, and just click X. And then you're going to go down here. Once WinRAR is downloaded, go ahead and set that up. That's not something harder to do. Then we're going to go to Dolphin's main page. I couldn't add the thing, so like the file, so you have to visit their main page. So go ahead and highlight it and do a Command C on it. Then go ahead and do a Command V on it. Go ahead and click enter. Now this is going to take you to this blank page, and just go ahead and click there on the top one. And so it's going to say download Dolphin 5 for Windows, Mac, and Linux. We're going to go ahead and click there. And you're going to go ahead and click on Mac OS X or Windows 64-bit. Also, if you have a 32-bit, you will get the one that says x86 down here. It is not kind of old, it is really old. So once that's downloaded, we can go ahead and head back to my website and download it. But first, let's go ahead and set this up. So just go ahead and do that. Pause the video real quick. I'll give you 2 seconds. Alright, so now that you're done setting that back up, let's go ahead and click on uTorrent. So this is a really quick download. It just takes a second to redirect. But, I'm not redirecting, I didn't even click on the same place. But so here we go. It should be loaded. Did my link not work? Well, you gotta give it a couple tries, it looks like, because it seems as though my link's not working. At the moment, I will get it fixed by the end of the video, I promise. But so once that's done, you're just gonna launch up the exe, just right there. It'll take you through a very simple setup process, but I've already finished it. So now what we're gonna do, So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over and we're gonna get the ISO files. Download block. Continue automatic downloads from multiple files. Yeah. There we go. Alright, that should be working now. Then you could just go ahead and click uTorrent. Never mind, I don't know what's wrong with it. I will fix it later. But go ahead and click on our 3 bars and click download ROMs, ISOs, and torrents. Download blocked. Okay, I just had blocked download. So, yeah, some of these, EMU Paradise is for ROMs, Cool ROMs is for ROMs, Wii ISO is for ISOs for the Wii, and also torrent files for the Wii. So go ahead and click on that link, and go ahead and support them by buying some of these. I bought one of the R4S 3DS Supercards, because I saw the ROM thing on there, and I was like, oh my god, that's going to be great. And so I spent the $20 on it. So, we can go ahead and click on downloads over here at the top of the page. And now you can go ahead and choose one of these 3 links. I've chosen the bottom one, and I chose down here Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing. So go ahead and you just click on the link, and then you'll just see all this. Trackers do not mean anything, I promise. And then go ahead and where it says download here, the blue thing underneath it, go ahead and click it. It pulls up this. You can go ahead and move that to your desktop, and then you double click it to launch it up with torrent. But it's already on the list for me, so no. But it'll just bring you up something that says, you'll just click OK. It's going to be right around here, and it'll take a minute to do it. But so Once this is done, once this is done like this, you're gonna need to click stop. You're gonna right click on it, and then you're gonna click stop. It's gonna say finished, and you're gonna double click it, and then you're gonna click continue. But first go ahead and X out of your browser, and go ahead and click continue. Now once that's done, you'll see this WinRAR file here. It'll be highlighted, but we could go ahead and close that, and we're just gonna go ahead and pull that to my desktop. And so once that's pulled up on your desktop, so using WinRAR, you can go ahead and right click it, or you could just double click it and it'll pull up files. Now right here, it looks like a disk. Like you could hover over them, but the one that looks like a disk on the icon right here, that's the one that you want to take, and that's the one that you want to drag to your desktop. This will take a second to get on the desktop, so I'm going to be showing you how to do the Dolphin emulator real quick. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on, oh, let me pause this. Oh, I can't, okay. So, but let me just explain something. Where you saw where it said it could have malicious programs on it, that's not the case. I mean, remember, anything you download from the internet can have that, but it usually depends on one that has been taken from multiple websites on and on again, and somebody had to have added it. Because people do add these. I've added one before. I think it was a Mario one, but it was like the original Mario, and it was in the form of an ISO file. So with that, like, anybody can upload those files, and anybody can add extra stuff to you. So you see how there are these. This is just a README thing, and these are just the people that have worked on it, or the websites, it seems as though. Like websites, yeah, it looks like this is in Spanish or something. So these are the people whose like websites they've used to help create this, and then these are the keys back here where it says CRC32. That's the key. It's usually the N one. I'm not always sure it says CRC32, but usually it has the key back here, and sometimes where it says type, there might be a key next to it. Like, see where this says disk image file, next to it could be a key. And so modified, this is the year that it was put out there. So this looks like somebody worked on 2006, 2007, and 2007. And somebody wrote this text for here in 2010. Oh, but it looks like they made this game first and then wrote a text. Okay, so that's just checking it. Some of them do say like 2011, and the ones that are newer like are always the more trustable ones, because they're not the ones that could have like aged and been corrupted by something. But you see how this does have this 2010 thing that was 7 years ago from now. I'm going to be showing you that even though it was 7 years ago, it's not corrupt. So we're just gonna take this Sonic All-Star Saga, and we're gonna just leave it on the desktop, and then we're gonna launch up the Dolphin emulator. Just go ahead and you wanna run as administrator if you haven't done that already, but it's fine if you just click open. You just have to run as administrator once. So once that's loaded up, we want to click X on everything else. Okay, so then this is the only program you got running. Besides, I mean, I have to have this running. It won't be as stable for me. But so what you're gonna do? What you want to do is you just want to hang out on the screen for a second. Give it a couple seconds to think, load up. You want to click refresh a couple times. Leave it be. Then you want to click open. Then you want to click on your desktop. That's where we moved it to. Now we want to go find our ISO file. Here it is, right there. So we just want, you can either double click it, but I prefer just standard and open. And it launches up here. Give this a second to load. It stays at a black screen. There's this text, and then there's the game. Now let's just do a quick, you probably won't be hearing the audio from the computer I'll probably be detaching this, but you'll just see some gameplay right here. So, Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing. You see how this is running up sort of a good amount of frames. I'm just going to do a quick boost with Razer Cortex. Control Alt boost. Control Alt R. Alright, now Control Alt boost. Now, so when you are using this, the sound is not good. Like, doesn't matter how good your PC is, the sound on it is absolutely terrible. You probably hear it in background, that's it trying to do it. Let's just do this real quick. And this is a 11-minute long video. I just want to get into gameplay and then I'll do a quick wrap. I just want to show that this is a working emulator for the Wii and also a good tutorial on how it was done. Go ahead on my website. If you have any more questions, feel free to send me an email. There's a thing that says troubleshooting. Doesn't matter really what it is. Go ahead, send the email. It's perfectly fine. Sega license. And then what it is, you will like A, that's your mouse cursor. And we'll just click player and then we'll just click done. Use your WASD keys for this. It's mainly for all games. And then we'll just choose New Zealand. New Zealand, that's what we'll choose. Alright. And so there are no Mii characters in the Mii Plaza, so we will go ahead and choose a guest. It's perfectly fine. Just saving, please do not. So it does save data to your hard drive, but it's not what you think. It saves into the ISO file. So I recommend if you do have an ISO file and you put it on a hard drive and are trying to share it with a friend, they get your data and the data is linked via your emulator. The emulator links whatever, using whatever desktop account or whatever you were using. And so there we go. I'm getting some pretty decent frames, 11 frames per second. I don't know why it's really that low. It's probably because Razer Cortex isn't working at the moment. And also because the emulator is kind of frame heavy. Definitely on a laptop. I'm using my bad laptop. Alright, so let's do this. So press A to go forward. WSD looks like it's steer. Be sure you want to exit the chest drive. B back. So let's just get some gameplay in on this real quick, okay? So you see how it's not really that laggy? I mean, a racing game is perfectly fine. It does slow down a little bit for you, I guess. That's kind of a good thing. So easier to maneuver. Ooh, I don't know how to slow down. I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh, cool, Orca. Crash. Well, that's all I have for this emulator. Stop current emulation. Now, you can either click X or escape to get out of the emulator. And also to configure it, it's very easy. Just launch up controllers. This is for GameCube controllers, and for Wii, just go ahead and click there, and then all these are customizable to whatever you want. So, that is all we have for this emulator today. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave a review on my webpage, or send all your problems, anything that you need clarification on. Go ahead, send that over to my FAQ thing. I don't know what to call it, but the frequently asked questions, that's what it stands for. But just go ahead and shoot me an email if you have any problems with the emulator, any malware was detected, anything like that. I will help you fix it up. Give me 2 to 3 days to respond for each email, and that's all. I will do my research. I will try my absolute hardest to remove any of that you do find. Just clarification, and I'm not responsible, though, at all for whatever you've done in this video. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. That's what I'm responsible for.